Hi guys, good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. So, I want us to calculate the number of moles, right? Under the topic of acids and bases. So, we have question 7 there, and I've written down reference to the question paper if you want to, get the question paper yourself and refer to it and find other questions. But specifically, we are going to be touching bases on question 7, and we're starting there at 7.2, right? So our 7.2 says a sulfuric acid solution is prepared by dissolving 7.35 grams of H2SO4 liquid in 500 centimeter cubed of water. Right. So we are being told about a sulfuric acid solution. So we know that a solution is something that is mixed, right? It's probably water, with a certain substance, but a solution has to have a liquid in it. It is a mixture of two substances, right? So they're saying that sulfuric acid is being made, right? It is being made by dissolving a certain grams of something into something, right? That's what I mentioned before, that a solution is basically one that you have to mix two things, right? You have to mix a certain substance and a certain substance, but it has to be a liquid. At the end of the day, you need to receive a liquid. You can basically have a solid and a solid. How? It won't make sense. You have to at least have an aqueous and another substance, or you just have a liquid and a liquid, so that they fuse together and they give you a solution, right? So how I like to do it is actually doing it practically, right? I like doing it practically. So it will be a thing that there's an acid, right? So let's say this is probably a bowl or a cup, right, where the sulfuric acid is being prepared, right? So we dissolve a certain amount. Let's label this as our 7.35 grams of what? Of H2SO4 liquid, right? Let's say that is the liquid that we are actually dissolving, right? We are dissolving it in probably 500 centimeter cubed will be this much, right? So this will be what? Our 500 centimeter cubed of what? Of H2O, because we are writing it in a molecular formula. We are writing this water in a molecular formula. So this is what we have, right? So if they would say draw a structural formula of both of these, right? Both of these reacting, you will know how to write the structural formula by firstly writing the molecular formula, and then you'll write the structural formula, right? This on its own, the whole of this on its own, it's called the what? It's called the sulfuric acid, right? This on its own is called the sulfuric acid. Okay? So, what is the question saying to us? We have prepared our sulfuric acid. So, this is a practical example of how I feel it is easy to understand what the question is actually asking us, right? It says a sulfuric acid solution is prepared by dissolving 7.35 grams of H2SO4 liquid in 500 centimeter cubed of water. So I want us to also change this 500 centimeter cubed into decimeter, because that is how we measure volume. So we will divide by 1,000 to get the decimeter, and when we punch it in the calculator, we get about our 0.5 decimeter cubed. So we know that our volume has changed from centimeter to decimeter. It's very important to change units, right? Because that is how we operate, by changing the units. Right. So now they say calculate the number of moles of H2SO4 present in the solution. Right. So when they are saying the number of moles present in the solution, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I feel like some of us might be distracted or confused on how to answer this question. I know it's easy, but They are saying calculate the number of moles of H2SO4 present in the solution. Remember that a solution, we said it's a certain reactant plus a certain reactant, right? That's what we said. But now this H2SO4, when we calculate its number of moles, we are not putting in consideration what the other substance, which is what, water. We are not, even if they said in the solution, right? We are basically looking at H2SO4 alone, right? So that is why we have the molar mass here. That is only based on H2SO4. We don't put what? We don't put water. Remember, I'm trying to actually help you understand the question on how to answer the question. Someone might think that, okay, H2SO4 present in this solution, they might try to add the H2O again, of which this is going to be 2 plus 16, and they get like 18, right? Plus 18, and they get a different answer because they think that we need to involve the solution. I don't know if I'm making sense, but I hope this plays a significant role. So if you put this in the calculator, you are going to get that 0.05, and then you have to label it as moles of H2SO4. Others write it like this: 0.075 mole, right? They just answer it like that. It's still fine.